So on this slide, we will talk about two properties of logarithms, which are inverse properties, which arise from logarithmic function and the exponential function being inverses of each other. So the first property tells us if we have log base b of b to the x, then this equals x itself. So you can think about it this way: the log b and the exponential function b just cancels out. They cancel each other out, so we end up with x. But a more reasonable explanation would be that, we'll use the definition of the logarithm. So if you would like to get b to the x, so if you would like to obtain b to the x using base b, the equation, the property tells us that the exponent we need to put on top of b is x. So it is something like trivial. So it tells us if you would like to obtain b to the x, then you have to put x on top of b. So this is in fact what this equation tells us, and it is obvious in that sense. Again, another way of seeing is that the log function and the exponential function, since they are both in base b, they cancel out each other, so the result will be x. For this, let's look at the problem before we continue with the next property. So let's evaluate this expression. So it tells us, in fact, this is asking us, what exponent do we need to get 7 to the 3 if we use base 7? So what you need to put on 7 is just base 3, or in another approach, we can just say the logarithm base 7 and exponential function 7 cancel each other out with this inverse property, so the result is simply 3. Okay, so this was the first property. The second property is similar. The second property is just the order changes with respect to the first property. So in the first property, we first have log and then exponential. In the second property, we have the exponential and the log function. Again, since we have both functions, the effects will cancel each other. So if we have exponential function b raised to the exponent log b of x, the result will be x. So exponential b and log base b will cancel each other, and we will end up with x only.